Seeing around the coast then, what are all those little dots?
Those dots are fishing vessels that are at sea today and are fishing, and there you see their tracks, so you can actually see and analyse what they've been doing, and depending on what they're doing you can see whether they're laying nets.
You're joking, so there's no escape?
Next up, cod. Brits eat over 120,000 tonnes of flaky white fish a year. We were told that we'd overfished the North Sea, so cod and chips was off the menu. But there's no shortage in the supermarkets. So where are we getting our cod from?
Hi there, you must be Tracy.
Hi, Jimmy.
I'm off to the Chippy with World Wildlife Fund fisheries expert Tracy Cambridge.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Thanks, Chris.
So how much of our cod comes from UK waters then?
Well, currently we import around 95% of our cod.
95% of our cod comes from other countries?
A lot of it is coming from sustainable fisheries from up in the Icelandic waters. Ever since the 60s and 70s, when fishermen thought that fish stocks were inexhaustible, the fish stocks got grossly depleted over time.
What changed for us and our fishermen in the fishing industry?
So about in the 1950s, nations started claiming territorial waters, which basically changed how fishing fleets had to operate in the Atlantic.
So there's changes in boundaries. That caused a lot of conflict?
During the period of 1958 to 1973, there were 3 cod wars. The conflict actually came to blows between vessels. So there were British battleships brought in to defend our trawlers. Iceland were using net cutters.
That seems crazy over fishing grounds.
Yeah. Iceland were able to get full control over the stocks within its 200 miles.
Cod was Iceland's main export, so they were determined to have a sustainable fishing industry. Britain lost the cod wars and access to the cod off Iceland. Today, Iceland's careful management of their fishing stocks has gained them a worldwide reputation. I'm off to find out how they've done it.
Just arrived in Iceland, at the airport. Interestingly, the weather is terrible.
I've come to the docks in Reykjavik to meet one of the largest exporters of fresh cod to the UK, Svavar Thor Gudmundsson, aka the Codfather.
You must be Svavar.
Hi, Jimmy. It is.
It doesn't look like Iceland are running low on cod. They land over 240,000 tonnes of it a year.
Wow, look at these babies. Look at that one. You hardly ever see that in the UK, that size. That is humongous, isn't it?
Iceland were the first nation in the world to create a quota system to protect their fish, and their cod population has bounced back. Some of that success is down to one of the surprisingly simple ways they've been catching them.
They put bait on these hooks.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be attached to the line, 20 miles long, and they're going to be caught.
And so all these lines coming off the main line all have cod attached to them.
All have cod, yes, absolutely.
In the UK, most of our cod fishing is done with nets, which isn't as selective.
You've got a load of cod, but not much sunshine.
No, not today at least.
I'm in Iceland finding out why, compared to us Brits, they've got super stocks of cod. Svavar, who supplies a big British supermarket with our favourite fish, is taking me downtown to meet the fish enforcers.
When you were saying fish police, I was expecting just one guy behind a desk. But this place is huge. It's like the FBI of fish police.
This organisation was established to protect cod in Iceland waters and ensure every boat kept within the strict fishing regulations.
Hi, I'm Jim.
Hi, Thorstein.
Thorstein.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So this is headquarters?
Of the Director of the Fisheries, yeah.
Director of Fisheries, and so you guys are like the fish police?
You can say that, yeah. We can see how we monitor the ships and actually where they're sailing and what they're doing.
So up there then, what are you seeing around the coast then? What are all those little dots?
Those dots are fishing vessels that are at sea today and are fishing, and there you see their tracks, so you can actually see and analyse what they've been doing, and depending on what they're doing you can see whether they're laying nets.
You're joking. So there's no escape. And having this control, what has that meant to your fisheries?
Well, they become more sustainable.
Yeah. If you're a fisherman, you feel like you're being spied on, but actually the fishermen can see the benefits.
Oh, yes.
Because now they've got a future in their industry. So thank God for the fish police.
Absolutely.
Iceland has spent the last 30 years studying cod and their behaviour. scientific research was crucial to nurturing their cod stock. I'm heading to the south coast, to an aquaculture research station to meet a cod boffin, Agner Steinerson.
Hi, you must be Agner.
Yeah, it's me.
How are you doing?
Agner's been establishing the optimum sea temperature for cod to thrive, in the hope that Iceland can be the first nation to successfully farm them.
Look at these. This is the big boys.
These are like 4 or 5 year olds.
Well, they're like that.
Yeah, they're close into 1 meter.
He's discovered why Icelandic waters produce such colossal cod.
So what have we got here?
Here we have 2 year olds in 2 degrees.
Okay.
This is like the temperature around like Newfoundland, Labrador.
And what's the other one then?
That might be Iceland.
Yeah.
It's about 7 degrees. If we were to represent the UK, North Sea, we would have to add an extra tank with like 10 or 12 degrees.
So you're growing fish in tanks with different temperatures
Yes.
in?
Yes.
So why do that?
Because we want to illustrate that the growth potential is highest from spawning cod at a medium temperature, like in Iceland.
Yeah. So you don't want it not too hot, not too cold, just right. So just like Goldilocks and the 3 cod.
Yeah, that's right.
So Iceland's ideal conditions and strict regulations explain why they have such a stake in the UK market. Is there any chance that us Brits will be dining on cod fished from our own seas? Back in London, I'm at Billingsgate, Britain's biggest fish market.
Hi there, you Chris?
Chris
Hi, I'm
Lethwich
Jim.
from the Fishmongers Company is a leading light in the British fish industry.
So what's happened to British cod then? Because it seems to me that I went through a bit of a guilt trip if I ever ate cod, because it is, can't eat cod, it's really rare.
Well, basically what's happened is that the industry have been very responsible and they put in the various measures to actually improve the stocks out there, and they've been exceedingly successful. I mean, over the last 7 years, our cod stocks have gone up 3-fold.
Wow, that's incredible. So there's going to be plenty of cod out there, plenty of British cod that's sustainable.
Yeah. Last week, one of the major supermarkets has announced that they're going to put British cod back on the menu.
So you might see British cod packaged as so on the supermarket shelves.
I hope not packaged, I hope nice and fresh on a fresh counter with plenty of ice on it.
So it's a lovely piece of cod.
It's fabulous. Look,
So where does the cod come from then?
this comes from Scotland, Peterhead. As you can see, the quality is second to none. Another place where you get top-class cod is Scarborough.
Scarborough.
Look at that.
That is beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't it fabulous?
Lovely.
You took that home today with your wife. I promise you'll be on a promise.
It's sold.
You will love